How to improve your English, 18 tips for better speaking skills. Fluent2 English blog. English is the world's lingua franca. That means people with different native languages use it to communicate with each other. So the more fluent you are in English, the more interesting, exciting and insightful, having or showing deep understanding of the topic, your conversations will be. Contents. 1. Expand your vocabulary. 2. Improve your pronunciation. 3. Read more in English. 4. Learn the natural flow of English. 5. Learn English for specific situations. 6. Build confidence in your speaking skills. 7. Hire an English tutor. 8. Shadow English speech. 9. Sing along to English songs. 10. Retell a story in English. 11. Talk to yourself in English. 12. Practice thinking in English. 13. Talk to your smart device in English. 14. Take online English speaking courses. 15. Chat with native English speakers online. 16. Participate in a language exchange. 17. Find local opportunities for speaking English. 18. Go to an English-speaking country. Expand your vocabulary. If you are just starting your English learning journey, you need a strong foundation, and the foundation of every language is its vocabulary. When increasing your vocabulary, you want to learn words in context. Learning words in context means knowing how native speakers use them in real situations. This will help you remember the words better and use them in a more natural way. Learn phrases. Once you understand what a word means, you can move on to phrases, groups of words, that use it. For example, after learning wine, beer, tea and so on, you can use them in phrases like a glass of wine, a pint of beer, a cup of tea, a pot of coffee, etc. Learn idioms. One of the most difficult parts of learning a new language is familiarizing yourself with its idioms. Phrases with meanings that are different from what the group of words indicates. When you say that English has idioms, in spades, for example, you mean English has plenty of idioms. Not that the idioms are inside gardening tools. Here are some tips for increasing the number of English words and phrases you know. Aim to learn a certain number of new words every day. Even if you learn only one new word a day, that adds up to 365 new words a year. You can pick up new words by using a vocabulary app. Write down words or phrases you do not know. Consume songs, TV shows, books and news in English. Try to understand as much as you can from them. Write down what you do not understand and look these up in your dictionary. Put up English labels in your house. For example, if you already know door, window, cabinet and so on, you can simply stick these words onto their corresponding objects. This way, you have an accurate image to associate with each word. Create an English word poster. Write new words or expressions on a large poster board, then put it up where you can see it. Read through the words whenever you see the poster. Improve your pronunciation. You might know a lot of words, but if you fail to say them correctly, you will not be understood, like in this British comedy sketch. To improve your English pronunciation, you can use online dictionaries with audio. On Merriam-Webster, for example, you can click on the little speaker symbol next to a word to hear its pronunciation. Informational podcasts. English Pronunciation Pod and Pronuncian will teach you more about American English pronunciation. Tongue twisters. These test how good your pronunciation is when you are saying similar words together and quickly. You can find some good ones here. Videos. One great way to improve your pronunciation is to watch English language videos using a program like Fluent2. You can also look up other videos that use the same word. Read more in English. My best tip for reading in English is to read as much as you can. The more you read, the faster your brain can recognize patterns and groups of words that normally go together. Again, keep your notebook and dictionary handy for anything you do not understand. I can also list reading tips for you, but that would take up an entire article, so I will point you to this link instead. Learn the natural flow of English. The secret to speaking fluently in English is in the flow of sentences. Whenever you read or hear English media, pay attention to contractions. Contractions are the shortened forms of two words put together. For example, I plus am equals I'm and do plus not equals don't. Stress. Stress is where you emphasize syllables in a word or words in a sentence. Depending on where the stress is, it can change the meaning of what you are trying to say. Rhythm. The rhythm is what happens when contractions and stress work together. Learn English for specific situations. For example, are you learning to speak English so you can make friends in America? Then you should learn how Americans use English. Are you learning English so you can get a job in an English-speaking company? In that case, business English will help you the most. It goes further than that, though. In order to improve your English speaking skills, you also need to know the words and phrases that are appropriate for different situations. For example, the way you speak English to a friend is different from the way you would speak to a child. And both of those are different from the English used in a business meeting. These are different registers of English. Knowing when and how to use these will greatly improve your speaking and fluency. Build confidence in your speaking skills. As it turns out, having confidence is key to improving your speaking abilities. Here are a few tips to build your confidence. Challenge yourself to speak without stopping or stammering, taking pauses between your words. You can start by speaking to yourself before you try talking to others. Focus on being understood rather than having perfect grammar. Of course, you should not ignore grammar. At this point, though, you want to focus on expressing yourself to other English speakers first. You can fill in the correct grammar as you learn more. Practice speaking English with strangers. The more successful conversations you have, the more confident you will feel. Do not be afraid to make mistakes. Instead, note your error. Figure out what went wrong later. Learn what you can from the error so you do not repeat it in the future. Hire an English tutor. When you are practicing English alone, it can be difficult to figure out what you are doing right or wrong. This is where a tutor can help you. Unlike random English-speaking strangers, tutors can give you honest, expert feedback. They can also adjust lessons according to your specific needs. For example, you may want someone who focuses on grammar over vocabulary, or vice versa. You may also be looking for someone who knows the ins and outs of business English. Luckily, there are plenty of sites to find English tutors online, so you can get lessons in the comfort of your home. Shadow English speech. Now that you have a strong foundation with the previous steps, you can take things to the next level. Basically, shadowing speech means listening to how a native speaker says something, then copying it as closely as you can. Here are some tips. Pick your favorite video with subtitles. Try to choose a video with only 1 or 2 people talking. Most importantly, it should be something you enjoy watching. Listen to the video once. Read the subtitles to try to understand the content and flow of the speech. Pay attention to how the speaker moves their mouth as they talk. Play the video again. After each person speaks, say exactly what they said. Try to copy the tone, speed and accent, if you can. Repeat as many times as you can. If you want, record yourself speaking and compare it directly with the video. Sing along to English songs. Did you know that singing is an effective way to boost your English skills? By singing, you can master the rhythm, intonation and speech patterns of the language. Retell a story in English. To retell a story in English, choose a familiar story from your own culture. The ultimate goal is to try to convey, make understandable, the meaning of words and cultural details. Focus on speaking fluently. Say every sentence out loud. Alternatively, retell a simple English story you learned. Just make sure to use different words than the original. Take online English speaking courses. There are thousands of online courses that can help you improve your English communication skills. Speaking and writing English effectively can boost your writing and speaking skills. Speak English professionally can improve your conversational skills for work and business.